That was a crushing defeat. Anytime I see a trick play from the Eagles, I get PTSD. It was very heartbreaking.
Tom, you and the crew are headed to Minnesota this week, Minneapolis to be exact, US Bank Stadium. You won some games in Minnesota throughout your career, but you had a tough last trip to US Bank Stadium, huh?
Are we really bringing up Super Bowl 52 right now? Yeah, that was in some ways one of the most memorable losses because I get reminded of it all the time when I go cover these Philadelphia Eagles games and all the fans cheer me on. In another way, it was very heartbreaking. That was a crushing defeat for a lot of reasons. We had a pretty good game that day on offense. And even though Brandon Cooks got knocked out pretty early, we really never blinked. We ended up throwing for 500 yards that day. We had 3 receivers over 100. But this guy, Nick Foles, we just couldn't slow him down. They played great. I'm sure a lot of people were rooting for us to lose. But I was proud of our effort. And I didn't love the outcome. But a few things about that week. It's in Minnesota in February. The temperatures all week were below 10 degrees. I don't think I left my hotel except to go to practice. And I would come home from practice and I'd lay on my bed and let the sun come through the window because it was the only heat that I felt all week. So I always said there could be a lot of distractions Super Bowl week because all the families come to town and everyone wants to do things. But what's really distracting is when it's 10 degrees out in your family's town and nobody has any place to go. So all we did is sit around the hotel the whole time waiting for the game to happen.
And one of the main characters in that game, the last drive in that game actually, is back on the field, huh?
So my guy, Brandon Graham, fellow Wolverine, has a Wolverine on Wolverine crime. Strip sacks me. In the fourth quarter, we're going down. We have a chance to go ahead and win the game, which would have been an unbelievable moment. And dug ourselves out of a hole, and he comes through the line of scrimmage and knocks the ball out of my hand just as I'm getting ready to throw the ball away, and it ends up being a fumble. And now there's multiple times where I've been standing on the field at Eagles Stadium in the last 2 years, and he's come from behind and pretending like he strip sacked me. It's not funny, Brandon.
I was gonna say, you're smiling at all those videos and laughing a little, but deep down, that's gotta get you, huh?
Anytime I see a trick play from the Eagles, I get PTSD. And that's not fun when you're a broadcaster calling the game.
Hopefully these return trips to US Bank treat you a little bit better here. We're gonna have a good one on Sunday.
We got a great one Sunday, and I'm looking forward to getting there. And it's a great matchup. Minnesota versus Chicago, division rivals. Minnesota came back the last time they played in week 1, but might be different this time around. Bears are on fire. We'll see you there.